Good day, senior high school students, and welcome back. I am your online math tutor, Ma'am Karin. I am so glad that you are here to join us in the next lesson for general mathematics. In this video, we will be talking about representing exponential function through its table of values, graph, and equation. For the objective, that is to represent exponential function through its table of values, graph, and equation. Let's have example number 1. Let us represent exponential function through its table of values, graph, and equation. In here, the given is a table of values. We have the values of x, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. In the values of f of x or y, we have 1/4 if x is -2, 1/2 if x is -1, 1 if x is 0, 2 if x is 1, 4 if x is 2, 8 if x is 3, and 16 as the value of f of x if x is 4. Now, before we proceed to the graph and the equation, let us first determine the common differences among the values of x. Let us first start from 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1 till -2. The common difference is 1 in the values of x. If we're going to determine the common ratio in the values of f of x or y, then we should start from right to left. Start from 16 to 1. So 16 divided by 8, the common ratio is 2. 8 divided by 4, we have 2. 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. Until 1/4, the common ratio here is 2. We're going to use these informations in identifying the equation given the table of values in letter A. Given the points in the x values and f of x in the table of values, we can sketch the graph of this. In the graph, in the Cartesian coordinate plane, the horizontal line is the x-axis and the vertical line is the y-axis. Let us first plot the point -2, 1/4. -2, 1/4 is here. Next, we have -1 and 1/2. That is here. 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4. In the table of values, 3, 8, and 4, 16. If we're going to trace the points, we can have a smooth curve as the graph of the given table of values in letter A. Going back in the common ratio in letter A, yung nakuha natin sa table of values, ang common ratio dun sa table of values is 2. We can use that to determine the equation in example number 1. So to determine the equation, we have to have the f of x in the equation and also the variable x. F of x or y, that is equal to 2. Itong 2 nakuha natin as the common ratio in the table of values, and then we have here the exponent x. That is your exponent. So this is the equation given the table of values in example number 1. Let's have example number 2. Representing exponential function through its table of values, graph, and equation. In example number 2, the given or the first given is the table of values. We have here the values of x, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. The values of x are increasing. In here, f of x or y values are 9, 3, 1, 1/3, and 1 over 9. The values of f of x are decreasing. In the values of x, we're now going to get the common difference. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. 0 minus negative 1. Negative times negative, that is positive. So that will become 0 plus 1. We have the common difference as 1. And then negative 1 minus negative 2, that is positive 1. The common difference here is 1. In the values of f of x, we're going to get the common ratio. Let's start from 1 over 9 divided by 1/3. We have here 1/3. 1/3 divided by 1, we have 1/3. 1 divided by 3, that's 1/3. And 3 divided by 9, that is 1/3. In here, the common ratio is 1/3. Please take note of the common ratio because we'll be using this in determining the equation. Let's proceed to the graph. In the Cartesian coordinate plane, again, we have the horizontal line, which is the x-axis, and the vertical line, which is the y-axis. Given the table of values and letter A, we're going to plot these points. -2, 9, that is here on the upper portion of the second quadrant. We have -1, 3, 0, 1 on the vertical axis, 1 and 1/3, and 0.2, 1 over 9. If we're going to trace the points, that will result to a smooth curve. So here, this is the graph of the given table of values. As you can see, the graph is decreasing. Now, let's proceed in determining the equation. The common ratio in letter A na nakuha natin dun sa f of x values, ang common ratio ay 1/3. So, the equation is f of x equals 1/3 raised to x. 1/3, ito yung common ratio dun sa f of x and the exponent is x. Example number 3. Given the function y equals -2 raised to x, we're going to construct table of values if the values of x are -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. In letter B, we're going to sketch the graph. So in here, in example number 3, ang given naman ngayon ay equation. So let's answer letter A. In the table of values, these are the x values. The missing are the values of y. So from that, we're going to take note the given function, which is y equals -2 raised to x. And then substitute for the values of x to get the value of y. If x is equal to -2, the value of y will be using the function -2 and then substitute the given value of x to the given function. X is -2. That is equal to negative. Negative is outside the parenthesis. So we have here 2. Get the reciprocal of 2 to make the exponent a positive number. The reciprocal of 2 is 1/2. Then you can now have a positive exponent. So from here, 1 raised to 2 is 1. 2 squared is 4. And then copy the negative sign. The value of y here, if x is -2, given the function, that is y equals -1/4. If x is equal to -1, copy or substitute for the value of x, which is -1 to the given function. So -2 raised to -1, that is equal to negative is outside the parentheses. Get the reciprocal of 2 to make the exponent a positive number. So the reciprocal of 2 is 1/2. Then the -1 is now a positive number, which is 1. Copy the negative sign. 1 raised to 1 is 1. 2 raised to 1 is 2. So y is equal to negative 1/2. So writing that on the table, we have negative 2, negative 1/4, and then the second point, negative 1, negative 1/2. If x is equal to 0, then substitute it to the given function, y is negative 1. If x is 1, then y is equal to negative 2. If x is equal to 2, then the value of y is negative 4. And then if x is equal to 3, then the value of y is negative. Now, the table of values are complete. So let's proceed to sketching the graph. So kinuha natin yung table of values sa letter A for us to take note the points. The first point is negative 2, negative 1/4. Negative 1, negative 1/2, that's the second point. 0, negative 1, 1, 2, 2, negative 4, 3, negative 8. Sorry for that. This is negative 2, negative 4, and this is negative 8. If we're going to trace the points, that will result to a smooth curve. This is the graph of the function y is equal to negative 2 raised to